Alright, hello YouTube! Welcome once again to Astrox Imperium and that debug screen that I will remind you comes up every time I try to start recording because apparently they're mapped to the same key. Excellent. Last time we started exploring blue space, but unlike with purple space where we were able to roll through it no problem, we got all the way to the end, found some valuable ore and everything. We've actually been blocked off a couple of times already with this one, with gates that we can't open. Which is interesting. We also recently found some, what do you call them? We found somewhere, this particular station in Desban, where we could trade a skill that just straight up makes us more money on stuff we sell. So I traded up as high as I could get it at the moment, or rather it's currently training up to level 3. So we're just going to make 7.5% more money on everything, which given we're going for a bit of an economy playthrough is obviously, it's quite a big deal, and I'm going to at least try and remember that LSR has that station. For now, though, we're going to move up to somewhere new. Because we're going to try and explore blue space as much as we can, even if we are locked off from certain parts of it. We also at some point need to find a station so we can sell this Torum off. We might even just do that if we see one on the way. But the last station did have a market on it, so we can't do that yet. As I said a bit before, current goal is to try and make some money off the economy in this game and then maybe do some combat later. Ideally, I'd also like to be able to make a ship completely from scratch from stuff we've mined. Don't know if that's possible. Might be able to do a station, which I would also be perfectly happy with, so I'd like to set up some construction. I'm seeing another red warp gate. That's probably other end of the line, and there's raiders. More grade on ore. Yes, looks like blue space is a bit of an odd starter. Can't actually get that far through all this. But we will try the Killer Torish warp gate. They usually say either you need to pay a fee or you need to yeah, they don't have the credits to pay the warp gate fee, or it requires a special key to operate a GPS or whatever. But yes, so that is as far through this area of space as we can go at the moment. I don't know why it's sealed off compared to the purple route, which is not, but well, that star is apparently very small and very close. Like, extremely small. I see. I know it's probably... Oh, dropping stuff over there. I know it's probably for the visuals, but... Man, it feels small. Oh, well, at least we haven't gone too far. But yeah, we'll head back to the university. We'll drop off... Oh, actually, do we keep the Torum or refine it when we get back? Yeah, you know what? We will. I believe Beacon Speeder is on the way back. Actually, Failshell is the best way to go. Okay. Yeah, we're going to head back to our home base at the university, which is where we've been operating out of from the Void Starcross in the centre of the map, because, well, it's in the centre of the map near everything. We could move to another area of space. I haven't tremendously seen another a good reason to do so yet. Or maybe explore up through the orange area next. At the moment, I'm mostly exploring and coming back, like I said, trying to build up an idea of the map. I don't know if this game has any story modes yet. I know there's a sandbox, but I don't actually know what that does, whether that's just infinite money, mess around in the universe, or what. Not quite sure why I targeted that rock either, but... oh well. Thankfully we haven't got too far to go. As said before, I know, in previous episode, but it still makes me worry. I hope you don't mind a little bit of... It's always the occasional moment where I feel like I have nothing to say, like where we just put it around in space or whatever. But yes, let's see what we can do. We'll bring this Torum back, we'll refine it. And potentially we can try making some of this stuff and see if it's worth anything. Basic centers or reinforced rubber. Nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, easy enough. Carbon, oxygen, magnetic quartz. I don't need a particularly large amount of stuff. We've got the selling price improvement, so that will help. Quick check if there's anything here that could be good. Frigate operation we might want to take when we can. Again, we don't really know quite what type of ship we're going for yet. This is the one that's interesting me, being able to build things, but we can't really, again, afford that yet. To the refinery. Oh, it's not been activated? Okay. Perhaps we shan't be refining just yet. Perhaps we shall go out and have another wander while we wait for that to go. It's definitely running that time. Yeah, it's going to be a little while. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to have red space. We'll go to Dragon Sea. Yeah, early on it's probably going to be all stated between fighting things and returning to... Or, going out and exploring. Then returning to the station to refine and see what we can make. This still has me curious, this station. They mentioned something, I think, called Imperium, though I don't know if that's like an Imperium of like people, or it's also kind of worded like it could have been a ship or a station, maybe? It's kind of hard to say. Yeah, especially given how many really big wreckages there are. Like, that kind of looks like a bit of station, but this looks like the body of a ship. Like, that could be a nose, that could be a body section. Fragment of it there, that could maybe be an engine block. Maybe more parts of that rounded section. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell quite what's going on in this world. I feel like there is lore. We did skip over some of it early on, but I feel like there is more lore than we've found so far. Hopefully it's going to be worked in naturally as we go along. I haven't particularly run into any story stuff yet. Oh, I just realised that's called Lacuna Bandits. Is this like Bandit Space? It's pirate territory? I think pirate territory is red. Well, I think the pirate faction is red in the universe, and it seems to match the literal colours of space, so maybe this is pirate space. Again, hard to tell what that wreck, whether it's meant to be a station or a ship. It's a little like both. I'm not going to lie, I thought that that rock was looking at me for a moment. That was a little unsettling. The eye on it. No, it's just a station in the distance. Some interesting looking ore clusters. Blades of Dandau. Just more Torum ore. Very nice. Stuff's worth a fair bit. Okay, both Torum. I'm enjoying this game so far, though. It feels... I used to describe it as EVE Offline. Maybe a little bit lower budget. I still think that's very fitting. It very much does feel like they're trying to take some of the ideas that EVE had and do them in single player, but I think it's only like one guy or something doing that, which I can appreciate. I'm one guy, I make games. So I appreciate someone doing it, and I think having more success than me so far. But they've made an interesting game so far, at least anyway. I like the idea that someone's going, hey, let's take that quite big and kind of difficult to do genre of space exploration, or just spacing about games, I suppose would be the way I'd say it. I'd call it. You get what I mean. They've had a go at doing it themselves. So yeah, this looks like another one of these almost... No, I was going to say it looks a bit like one of the hollow planets we've kind of seen, but it doesn't. This one's lumpier. It clearly had something quite big built in it at some point. Okay, there's another warp gate, and there's a station. Go pay the station a visit. Genistar. Feralus Cove. Red space is linear so far. At least aside from that one that'll spit off a bit cooler early on. Shipyard. Is it going to be pirate ships? Not especially so far by the looks of it. Mining escort. Very small cargo bay. Apparently it's an improvement on ours, but it looks smaller. It is the cheapest ship we've seen so far. One of them anyway. It's the BU-1. We've said this a few times. This looks like a reasonable upgrade in general. Translator, yeah. Worse, not interested. Pirate frigate. Very cute. I love the little sail. Looks a bit like a yacht. Yeah, it's got quite good stats. We just can't afford it at the moment, as usual, which seems to be a running issue. Phoebus Transport. That's interesting. It's got extra turret and internal slot. Oh, I just got worse cargo. It says it has cargo plus 45, but yeah, it's interesting. Certainly could be useful. Perhaps could be a fleet ship. Could be one we bring with us to transport things. But yeah, for the moment, it's so nearly an improvement, but it's got worse cargo than our initial ship. I'm not even sure what our initial ship is. The debt of a university. So the missions are paying around here. Seems to be about the same. We'll maybe try and keep an eye on the missions as we get further out. See if they're worth more. We start to get towards the edge of space. I don't know what they necessarily do, or whether it's based on our level. I think we see higher level. I have the feeling there was something like you could see higher level mercenaries as you leveled up, so maybe you see higher level missions as you level up. Hard to say at the moment. Oh, raiders appeared just in time for us to leave. Yeah, raiders just need to show up. They just need to suddenly be like, oh, there's raiders here. Deal with it. Or run away, perhaps. Not much here at all. This is, aside from that slightly spooky sight. Oh. That's not the Stargate, is it? Oh, no, it is the Stargate. Kid Overture. We're looping back on ourselves, are we? Sort of. Quasar ore. Worth a little bit. Let's have a quick look at this. It's a complex, not a station. Can we dock, and does it do anything? We can dock, and it doesn't cost anything. Ah, but there's no services, though. It's just a docking point. I wonder if that means it's like a low-tier station, or it can be upgraded into one with more features, or but it's literally just a docking point for ships to stop off at. I do not know. I suppose you could use it to hide from raiders. Anyway, for now, let's press onwards. I look a bit silly now for saying that the areas of space tend to match their colour on the map, because this one kind of hasn't, really. More wreckage, again. Still not sure what that's meant to be. That looks like it could be more of a station. It's a little bit random. Well, let's have a look at the locals at any rate. Actually, let's go mine that, because I think that's Mortorum. That's fine, we'll have that. We'll have some of that, and then we'll dock up to, was it Kith Station? Mining lasers are wearing out a little bit, so I might try and put them in for repair. Not they're wearing out terribly by any means yet, but you do have to keep an eye on it. I don't know how much they cost to repair. If they start to get really worn down, it wasn't much to make the small repairs in the tutorial, but yeah, so its Torum is this black stuff. I did have a look at it in the previous episode, but finds out some useful stuff. I don't know if we saw 10 tiers worth of ore. There's supposed to be 10, but I don't know if we actually saw them. Or saw them all, I should say. I feel like we're maybe missing one. So we'll keep an eye out while we're travelling through space, see if we can find the last one, if I'm not just remembering wrong. So mining's not too bad. Not hugely profitable yet. At the moment, it still seems to be more profitable to just sell the ore. And we should have some tier ups on the... what was the skill window? H? Oh, accidentally wiped our targets. There was a pilot screen somewhere, and I can't remember where it is. Touch panel? No. No. N. Trying keys on the keyboard, try and find it. L. Have we finished? I think we have. Okay. What have we got here? We've got a market. Sell the ore on. 5,000. Wanted. Chocolate bars and gaming devices. This station knows what's up. Microprocessor. Or sell items. Yeah, they'll sometimes sell items on the cheap. Base value 17,000. I guess things we're trying to do be economy based too. Well, let's buy that for 6k and we'll sell it on at the next station. We should get EXP for buying that, let's say. We'll try and sell it on at another station when we find another one and see if we can make any money off of it. Let's have a quick check for the documents here. Afterburners, laser energy mods. Yeah, that stock thing is interesting. That makes me think they'll come back into stock at some point. So I wonder if that's like, hey, you could come back here and buy this stuff later kind of thing. Like if it's always sold at the same place, if that makes sense. Yeah, got some blueprints for some pretty high-end parts here, actually. Let's also check for active modules, because I have been interested in upgrading our harvesters. Yeah, that's similar to the ones we found before, actually. Not that we can afford them, but nice to upgrade. Tractor beams. Check the university. What have they got? Fabrication, making it faster, or launchers? Take basic missile launchers. I do like me some missiles. Hellcax Prime, we're headed off to next. And again, we'll try and sell on these processors. That'll be our first buy and sale thing. I guess that's the idea of how you're supposed to make money on doing economy stuff, like buy low, sell high, basically. We'll see if anywhere's buying these for more. We bought them for what, 6,000? So we've just got to make more than that. Come to orange space, apparently. Right. Half splits up ahead. Maybe head for Archon first. Simkin. Interesting name. Guess we'll have a look. So this smells like one of these disreputable stations, perhaps. Then again, I think we're in pirate space? Question mark. Oh, concert series. Oh, okay. Restjag, trade, Monarch Society. Yeah, that doesn't look suspect. They don't have a market here. Oh, we were going to repair, weren't we? Oh, for 51 credits. My God, how will we ever recover from the incredible expense? This is one we'd like to improve at some point. Let's fit more cargo in the same place. I guess since there's no station, we can't, on their market, we can't sell, so we'll just move on. Seems like red space is quite poor. I don't know if there's a huge amount of money to be made here. Not that we can't potentially in future, but it doesn't seem like it's a great spot. Pretty sure that's just adamite ore, which we can find everywhere. Yeah, more of the same stuff. And moving on. Okay. New aerospace, another wreckage. This is meant to be the same one from a different angle, but I don't think so. This one's a dead end. Oh, but that is Tor ore, right? No, it's not. It's one of the other sorts. Dynix ore. Well, we'll have some of that. It is supposed to be radioactive, so we've got to be a little bit careful, but we'll happily have some of that. That's something different there? No, it's just part of the same asteroid, I think. I like the look of it. Sparkly and glowing, but yeah, apparently this stuff is good for holding radiation. Oh, but this has the... Yeah, this has the Dynix crystals in it that we wanted. Yes, so, okay, so there's something valuable out here. Even if for the most part there haven't been as many stations and things out this way. There's a whole lot of wreckage, really. I suppose it checks out if this is pirate space, like we suspect. Guess it would make sense if we wouldn't have as much valuables out here. And warp. Head out to Jonas. Hopefully there'll be something worthwhile out here, but you never know. More skill points. A slow warp gate. They do seem to vary a bit in how long they take to charge. Don't know why this one's slow, but apparently it is. The actual jump, not too long at all. Place where it sparks off. We're in a sort of nebula ring. And the star, I guess. Station. 2 warp gates and more Dynex, by the look of it. Right. It's not really glowing at this distance, but maybe it glows when we get closer. Oh, plastite ore. Also, they called the station Stinkfinger. They're gonna be mean to it, man. Right, you don't know, not university. Market, right. Market shortage, of microprocessors. Not that I think... Ah, yes, we did make a whole bunch. Ah, yes, increased demand. Hooray! First supply and demand sale. Let's have a look at the documents and their active components. Quite cheap for the larger stuff here. Like I said, I'd like to make something bigger. I'm holding off for the moment until we can find something we know will be worth. Well, not that we know. Yeah, no, I guess kind of, yeah, until we know. Find something we know will be worth a bit more. Let's also sell our Dynex. 6,000. Yep, that's fine. Demand copper cables, processors, LEDs. Oh. Do we have a fabricator here? What do we need to make LEDs? Quartz, salt crystal, and acid residue. Yeah, we don't, I think, have the stuff available there. Actually, tell you what. We'll have a look outside. I've got plastite. If by some coincidence they happen to have the ingredients for that, we'll make some and we'll sell it because there's a shortage here, so it'll be worth a bit. I'm assuming they wouldn't have a shortage of something they could make outside, but you never know. Silly things have happened. They might not have any mining ships about. Again, especially if they happen to be pirates, like I think they are. Right, what can we make from plastite? Copper, ceramic, acid residue, I think that's one of them. Acid residue, quartz, and salt. No, it doesn't. Okay. Fine, we'll grab some anyway. Oh, raiders. Now close. They're closer than I'd like, and they're approaching quite quickly, actually. Yeah, let's go. They are faster than I thought they would be, and they are quite close. I tell you what, let's move on. Let's just leave the system entirely, so we're not waiting for them. Especially, that sounds like there shouldn't happening. We can sell the plastite somewhere else. Plastic cups. See what else we actually bought things for. Plastic caps. Heat sinks and LED lights. Heat sinks are another quite cheap one. What have we got? We've got a giant rock made of something. Another 2 warp gates and another big sun, and again more huge wrecks. Why? How much stuff have they sent out here just to break? Another cove. Okay, so it's definitely starting to branch off more as we get further out. We'll try and explore the whole lot. Once we know everything is, we know where we can start moving things around, basically. I suppose the other way to make money doing this sort of economy route might be to keep an eye on the news in the stations and then be like, oh, shortage of something here, let's go make it and ship it out there, kind of thing. Make a whole bunch of it and ship it out. That might be the other thing you're supposed to do. Just those stations out here and big rocks. Bliss heads. It's got to be something like pirate space, or at least sketchy space, right? With all names like these that we've been finding. Either way, this is as far as we go in this direction. Again, no issues with life support. Maybe they have changed how it works. Maybe you don't take damage just for being out in space anymore. Got a shipyard, nothing else. Missile Enforcer. Bishop Cruiser. There's some different stuff out here at least. Gabriel Cruiser. Or Escort even. TCA Mule, which is a drone carrier. Curator. Which is just a generally improved ship. That could be a good one. Good price for an all-round improvement ship-wise. That could be a good deal for us later. It's a little worse in some ways. It's heavier. It's not as powerful and everything, but better scanning, energy resistance. Yeah, that could be a good ship. It still costs more than we've got, but that could potentially be an option. Simulator, another one that could be. Any of these ones that are an improvement in almost every noticeable or relevant way, obviously would be quite an improvement. Yeah, they don't really have anything else, so let's go. Yeah, and this is more wreckage. They really have ruined all their stuff out here. Now, I wonder if something's supposed to have hit the area to have done all this, or whether it's just like everything else, where it's like the... I can't remember what it was that was supposed to have... They mentioned at the beginning that... What was it? The curse of... I think they said like the curse of the human condition or something. So I'm guessing it's infighting that's destroyed all this stuff, but... I don't know, this stuff's pretty enormous, like, compared to our ships. It feels weird that they'd have lost all of it. Unless something else happened. Yeah, I feel like we don't have quite the full picture yet. But I haven't really seen any hints at lore or story or anything much yet, so I don't know. If there even is any. It might just be sandbox. But but those gates especially make me think there's something going on, if there's gates we can't even go through yet. Another sector with not much in it, apart from rocks. And the most normal looking star we've found so far. It's actually yellow. Bellasite ore? Nice, okay, so some valuable rocks out here, if not much else. Red space has been a bit underwhelming so far, though, I have to admit. There's not been an enormous amount in it to make... Apart from that decent ship, there's not been an enormous amount in it to make me particularly want to come back. It is continuing further than I thought it would. It feels like one of the... like an American desert state. Like, very big, not much in it. kind of thing. Skull dust and Xenox. Alright, we'll mine up some Xenox and then we'll dock. Seeing as this stuff's valuable, I suppose we might as well. It's also very dense. You don't get a huge amount in your cargo bay. Oh, raiders. Oh, good. Oh, I better fill up quickly. Which we can at least do. Right, let's go. Dustards. Or Dustards, I guess. Those are these names. They're definitely distinct. They definitely are distinct names from the other places, but... Right. What's that actually refined down into? Calcite, titanite, silverite, goldite. Let's just sell it straight on the market. Yeah, so 15 of it is worth like 5,000. It's pretty good. 3,000 for that. That's not as good, but oh well. Documents. Saw a bomber drone there. That's interesting. Is that like it crashes into things and explodes, or is that like it deploys bombs? I wonder. Adamite extractor. What? Extracted drill beam is capable of extracting additional bonus ore. Very limited range and long cycle rate. Plus 95% adamite ore. Oh, so is it like... Also, it's like specialized lasers. I guess the idea is that mines more of that type. Interesting. Okay. Oh, there's the bomber drones. Small explosive weapon to the target. Ah, okay. Burglar, steal stuff. Yeah, bellicite extractor. Additional bellicite, I guess. Yeah, okay. So you can get specific, let's see what's, I guess maybe they make them? Going around to that? Spams. Oh! Yeah, this must be a bit of a mining station, because they're selling loads. Oh, and they're really cheap. Look, 42% off. Oh, this could be the Tide Rock radar lasers. We were saying about that. Let's tell you what, seeing as these are a good price, let's upgrade to 2 or harvest to 4s. We won't go any higher than that because the price starts to really spike after that, but a comparison there. DPS 2.17. Energy requirement, cycle rate, range 2,500. These have 1. Reduced range and everything. Okay. Selling our old lasers. So I guess this is like a pirate mining station. What's in demand out here? Components for things. Yeah. Okay. Active modules. Yeah. Loads of harvesters. Arm beams. Still an iron beam. Got long range weapons apparently. Yeah, and they got all harvesters all the way up to 10. Top tier, I guess. Spotlight. Yeah, it is apparently an active module. You can just shine a light on things off of your ship. Xenox and Xi extractors. Those are the really high or no, it is Xi. Those are the really high tier ones. Interesting. Torrent extractor. Okay, so that's interesting. So that's actually quite a decent station. Are they going to sell mining ships? No. Surprisingly not, despite having excellent mining gear. I guess disregard what I said about the pirate miners. Mule carrier, a first predator. It's a cruiser that looks quite high spec actually. Correlator carrier, Redeemer frigate. Davis Star battle cruiser. That's the first battle cruiser we've seen, I think. Nice to know that that class gets represented here. Let's do a little bit of mining. Let's quickly test out our new lasers. There were rocks here, right? Very few that have actually mined most of them out by the look of it. Ah, mind you, they are Xenox, so can't blame them, I suppose. Yes, I believe we've got a 2,500 range. So it might be in range even right off the bat. Oh, we filled our cargo bay. Just instantly. One cycle, I think that was pretty much, and it filled our cargo. Well, we definitely made an improvement already. Yeah, so that might be another one to try and remember, that station's here. Dustard's mining station, I guess. Oh, and the raiders are hit. 9,000. Right. So we've got Red Sky. So Red Sky is another one that could be valuable. In fact, can we put our own marker here? Bookmarks. How do we leave a bookmark? To the internet. I'm going to look this up. Oh, add GPS bookmark. Oh, okay. So this is something I wish I'd realised we could do earlier. High tier. What's it called? High tier mining station. Mining equipment station. Also spawns high tier ore. Save. Ah, okay, and now it actually marks as blue. Ah, yeah, bookmarks, I see. Cool. Right, that'll probably have to do it for this recording, seeing as we're at about the time limit. Hopefully you've all enjoyed, well, my ambling about through space and seeing what we can find, and I'll see you all next time.